Invasion is just a simple word, but when you experience it, the brutality of it is another thing. What happens in those times are unspeakable stuff. Men get killed, they're fortunate in many ways. They get tortured sometimes, that's a little unfortunate. But generally, women get to live and they'll be tortured for the rest of their life, usually. So, invasion is not just a simple word. If you take something by inclusion, it becomes beautiful. If you take something by invasion, it is the ugliest, unspeakable thing that you can think of, whether it's on the level of an individual or a nation or a culture or a civilization. So, what is it that made this culture survive through nearly 1,000 years of brutal invasions? It has not been written enough in the history books, but very brutal invasions. People who invaded, powered by the force of their religion or by their economic interests. The culture and the civilization was so complex and profound, they could not figure it out. I forget the name of this particular invader. I had a real discussion with the people and said, how do we just burn out this Hindu way of life? Because they thought it's another religion, because you do something different. But that's what they never figured out. So they looked at this and where is the religious head? Who is the Pope? Let's kill him. That's the idea. So they said, no, there are hundreds of them. So they killed all the but still it didn't die. Because there was never a leadership for this. It was never an organized approach. It's every individual seeking their own thing. And everybody accepting that. That was the only organization we had. You're worshipping the tree. I'm okay with that. She's worshipping the rock. I'm okay with that. I'm not a tree worshipper, I'm not a rock worshipper, but I got no problem. I am a sky worshipper. Somebody else doesn't worship anything. Oh, we are okay with him also. So they never figured this, because they always believed you must belong to some entity. Here people did not belong to any entity, so there was no leadership. As many people as you want you kill, but still it is on. It did not need leadership, it did not need a book, it did not need an ideology, it did not need a god. That's the most important thing. So they went about demolishing temples systematically all across northern India. Southern India, you come and see, glorious temples are still here because they didn't come this far down. So you will see phenomenal temples here, you don't see that in the north because they were all largely destroyed. So even if you kill the god, these people won't give it up. You destroy the temple, they got their own little god in their home, they will worship there only. What do you do with these people? So, because this is the most important thing you need to understand. India is… Bharat, as you know or you do not know, is an organized chaos. People don't understand this. So if you look at India, it looks like it's going nowhere, because we are not like an arrow. Arrows will fly for some time and go down. We are like a swarm of bees. Every bee seems to be going in a different direction, but in the end all of them go in the same direction.